guys, from the farmer. Welcome back to the channel. Today it's going to be kind of a choppy video. I already recorded a little bit, not much. I wasn't really planning on doing this video, but I figured you guys might want to see this. I'll throw some pictures what I have into the video, maybe do a little voiceover so you guys can see what I had before. But basically it's just an old way I've gotten taught to free up frozen stuck vise. This will work on any blacksmith post vise, any machinist vise, mechanic's vise, anything with the worm gear style that's been froze for 100 years. You could try PB blaster, the transmission oil, every old way, and there's only one surefire way to do it. I'm going to throw the video, short clips that I have, but you're going to want to do what's called fire casting that vise. You don't want to make a blazing fire to where that whole thing turns cherry, because you're going to break that vise. What you want, maybe a nice fall, spring day like it is now. You know, you're gonna throw a little bit of wood, a little bit of cardboard, get yourself a nice little fire going. The less heat you need, the better. You're gonna want to keep working this. And that's what I'm doing in these videos. So once you put that vise in that fire and you wait 15-20 minutes, depending on your fire size, heat outside, you'll get used to it. You'll only mess one up before you learn. But what you're gonna want to do is I'll bring over the vise here. So if they're in this open position, this is easier. You're going to work more on the worm gear. And you don't want to bang on them. You never want to bang with a hammer on a worm gear, because it's going to ruin the gears. It's always going to be real stiff. The whole vise will be garbage. And these worm gears, especially in the old blacksmith post vise, are matched to each thread. So you can't grab this worm gear out of another one and think it's going to work perfect. 90% chance it won't. So that's a couple of tips I wanted to share with you. Now if it's closed, it's a little more difficult, but it's doable. You're going to want to get yourself, if you don't have a splitting maul, you're going to want to get yourself a couple good machinist chisels. You're going to also want to get yourself a nice cross peen. That's why they call it a cross peen. Blacksmith hammer, mechanic's hammer. I'm using a lot of common tools today, not my usual, so you guys know you don't need nothing special, but I do have my own special tools I use for this. Once you get it going and you get this freed up, this worm gear and this handle cranked out, and your jaws ain't opening, you're going to want to easy pry, wedge something like a splitting maul or a chisel into the vise, expanding the jaws, and that's going to do is break, whether it be a machine vise, whatever, it's going to break all that rust and the crust and the buildup over the years all out. This one had to be laying in a river somewhere. I mean, it was the worst one I've done. I think it was stuck all winter long. I put squirts of PB blaster, transmission fluid. It wouldn't break free. In a sense, car coming. In a sense, you could do that with a torch, but it's not the same effect. It doesn't get all the heat evenly throughout, and you could cause damage to the vise. You want to heat cast, especially slow and easy, all even. Let it cool. Don't ever throw this in water or oil, or it'll get stress fractures. So even if it does not crack, what's going to happen is those stress fractures, when you're cranking on something, then it's going to explode everywhere or crack. While you're not scot-free, because this still ain't freed up. Now on these post-smith vise, they got these wedges pounded in here. I want to keep the originality of this vise. Normal circumstance, I cut everything out and put all new hardware, clean up all the edges now that I got everything freed up and getting out. I want to keep this the way it is. So as you're working that back and forth, you see me, we're putting a mixture between gear oil and transmission oil and supplementing PB blaster to get deep down in the crevices and cracks. But at the end, you want gear oil, grease, a mixture. You could get some grease, some gear oil, some transmission lube. Those three things mixed together. Take that worm gear all the way out, pack it full of grease and oil. You'll have a vise that's going to last forever. I just wanted to share today that you guys don't need a lot to do that. And it's picking up a $350 blacksmith vise for $15. I mean, that's what that's all about. It's a fun day. You could do it with the kids, the family. You know, you could do a vise with some hot dogs in it. It's going to be fun. So subscribe to my videos if you like this one today. We got a lot of homesteading around here. It's all family oriented for the most part. You can watch it with your kids, elderly. It's just a fun channel. Hit like, subscribe, comment. If you're going to subscribe, hit the bell notification. You get all my new videos. See you next time.